Hey guys, Marlo back with another 1/6 scale figure review. This one is called the World War II U.S. Ranger Captain, also known as Captain John Miller from the movie Saving Private Ryan. Basically, this is another unlicensed figure. Don't really know who made it. Let's see, it looks like Facepool figure. See that info right down there. Kind of interesting. But again, this is a third-party figure based on the movie Saving Private Ryan, and of course, this is Tom Hanks as Captain Miller. Here are some shots on the side of the box, just to give you a look at that. Pretty nice box for a third-party manufacturer. I ordered this from 1/6 Kit. I'll put links in the description and throughout the video for that. And I believe it cost me about a little over $150 shipped from Hong Kong. Just some warning information there, nothing special. And you can see, I believe, these are the contents of the box there, a bunch of weapons and whatnot. And hopefully the figure will look as nice as what we see here on the box and from product images I've seen. The top of the box, nothing special, but it is a pretty sturdy box. It took a while to ship with the whole pandemic thing, but finally got it in hand after about probably close to 3 weeks after being shipped from 1/6 Kit. Usually it's just a matter of a week, but again with the pandemic I guess things were slowed down. So let's go ahead and crack this open and take a look at the contents inside. Alright, so got the top of the box off, so let's take a look at the contents inside. Looks like he's just housed in some foam. Let's see the helmet there, some of the weapons, the canteen, belt, holster, and whatever these are, some pouches or something. Pretty cool. Okay, let's look at the figure himself and the likeness. That's very important to Tom Hanks, and not too bad. A slightly older Tom Hanks than what we've seen before, like when he portrayed Forrest Gump. Not a bad likeness, you know, not 100%, but pretty good. Definitely tell it's him. So hopefully that's focusing okay. Try to give you guys a good look at that head sculpt profile. A little bit on the shiny side for my taste, but overall not too bad, like I said. And once he has all his gear on, I'm sure he'll look really cool. So that's the figure. Let's try to set him aside there, and I'm sure there's some goodies underneath all this foam, so let's move all that aside. And woo, more stuff underneath there. What is this? Some kind of stand instructions, basically. So put that aside. More gear. I guess this is his vest. Looks to be pretty nice. Some extra hands, again, a bit on the shiny side. Could use some dull coat and dull those down, or just swap them out with some other hands, maybe some hot toy hands or something. What is this? Looks like a patch. Oops. Or a sticker. I don't know if this is a replacement patch. Looks like some extra buttons there. Hopefully those are spares and I don't need to apply those. So we'll see about that. The stand. It's just the typical waist hugger type stand. And there's a base. I didn't even really count on that. Quite heavy. So this is probably some kind of a polystone or resin type base. It's quite heavy. This is a good, probably 3 pounds or so. So solid piece there. So yeah, that pretty much takes up a bulk of the weight for this package. Okay, so not much else. Let's see, I don't think there's anything beneath all that. So let's get everything out and take a closer look at the contents. And here we have the contents of the box, everything out, so you can take a better look at everything basically. The helmet is quite cool. It's quite heavy. It looks like it's molded from actual metal, like die cast or something. All the details underneath as well, but yeah, it's actual metal. You could hopefully hear the weight of that dropping on the tabletop here. Another item that was quite heavy was this canteen, solid metal as well. I mean, this is covered with cloth, so won't make that same sound, but hopefully you can kind of hear that weight. Definitely does have some weight to it, so some heavy items in this figure here, especially that base. Like I said, that's a good 3-pounder, if not more. Solid resin or polystone. Moving on, we have the shovel, which is all plastic. Not sure if you can remove it from the case here. You probably can. Ooh, don't know if I want to. It looks like there's a snap there, but don't want to mess that up. There's some little rivets there, some little you know, shiny buttons or whatever, and I believe that's what was in that little baggie. Get some extra little buttons there in case you lose some, and that Ranger pouch, or not pouch, but patch, which according to the photos goes onto his left shoulder here. So I'm not sure how to attach it. If it's not a sticker, I guess you can use some fabric glue of some sort and try to attach that to the shoulder area there on the left arm. Let's see, we have the holster here. Seen stuff like this a few times, kind of a pleather type material. Looks pretty good. Another pouch here, just some foam inside, quite soft. Here is his pistol, Beretta type weapon. Don't really know my guns, but anyways, we have this automatic machine gun here. Some more pouches with some foam inside, some extra clips. Pretty nice details there as well. Whoops, whoops, whoops. It was about to fall over, sorry about that. Looks like some bullet details in there, if I can get it to focus. And you can kind of see that. Again, the rifle, yeah, looks pretty good. You know. The hands, we saw that, kind of shiny. Could be better. Looks really plasticky the way it is. The belt looks pretty cool. Nicely made. The vest also well made there. You can see all the details there. Some foam within all of the pouches to give it some volume. And let's see, let's get this guy to stand towards the back. And let's take a closer look at that base. Remove the light. And hopefully you can see all the details there. Again, really nicely done. Not crazy about these waist hugger type stands, but I guess you could always interchange that with something else like the crotch grabber type, which I prefer. And underneath, just some kind of a velvety bottom, I guess, just to keep it from slipping easily. So that's kind of nice that they added that. So those are the accessories. A decent amount, not too much, not too little, just enough for Captain John Miller here. And moving on to the figure himself, before I go ahead and accessorize him, let's take a look at his articulation. Seems to be a generic style 1/6 scale figure. Of course, you're going to get some rotation in the neck. Arms go out. It's quite light, not too heavy, just a decent amount of weight to him. You know, he's a basic 1/6 scale figure. Looks like they put 2 joints there at the elbows, so you can move it to that distance pretty well. He's pretty tight too, so if I can note that. Nice articulation in the waist, some padding there at the hips. So yeah, he holds his poses pretty well. You can hear that. Ooh, that's quite tight. Ooh, the boots, again, sort of a pleather type material, nicely done with some actual laces in there. Hopefully you can see those details. I'll try to zoom in on that a little bit more later on. Again, the stitching there is quite nice. Some nice details again with the uniform here. So, I mean, you know, you guys get the points of articulation, I'm pretty sure. I don't need to go through that too much. So let's just look at the details of the figure. I think the buttons are a nice size, not too big. I wonder, yeah, it looks like there's some snaps there for the jacket, if you want to undo that. And he does have some details there at the collar. A little pin there and something there. Anyways, what else? More details of the outfit. Back of the figure. Again, the boots. Give you guys a better look at that. And even underneath, they got the details there for the treads of the boots. I like that. So it's not just a plastic piece molded with shoelaces and stuff. It's like actual miniature shoes there with lacing and everything. So that's kind of nice as far as details. And again, that head sculpt I think is pretty cool. So let me go ahead and throw everything on them as best I can and give you guys a look at the figure fully accessorized. And here is my Captain John Miller, again as seen in the movie Saving Private Ryan, or if you prefer the porn version, Saving Ryan's Privates. Anyhow, got him all suited up with all of his gear. Didn't know where to put the extra clips. Probably in the satchel would have been a decent place to put them. And again, I did not attach the Ranger patch there, so probably later on. And just left with the 2 extra hands there. But here he is, and I think he looks quite cool. Again, I'm a big fan of Tom Hanks and his movies. Not a huge military or war fan, so I don't have too many military type figures. And the few I do are, you know, based off of movies such as Platoon. The Hot Toys versions were pretty cool. And, you know, stuff like G.I. Joe, which is more fictional. But again, I love Tom Hanks, and, you know, the movie Private Ryan was really awesome. Quite amazing, so had to get this figure. And I've always been impressed with custom versions that have come out throughout the years, and I'm glad to pick up this one at a fraction of the price. Again, a little over $150 shipped, so not too bad considering that's shipped from Hong Kong. And since I'm not too familiar with a lot of military figures, it took me a little while to get them accessorized. Had to figure out how to latch in the little wires there into the little holes. For you military fans, that's probably, you know, easy stuff. Same with the canteen, had to attach it to the belt and the holster. The little satchel there, or pouch. Stuff like that took me a minute. And also these straps on the vest, you know, had to do a little brain work there to figure out how to get that all set up. But I think any of you guys there, even if you're not military 1/6 scale collectors out there, I think you could figure it out. The helmet, there are straps that attach to the back there. You can also undo those if you just want the straps to dangle. Let me see, let me try to demonstrate that really quick for you guys. Set the camera down. So yeah, let me see if I can undo that. There we go. So if you prefer your Private Ryan, or not Private Ryan, Captain Miller with the straps just sort of hanging down, you can do it like that. You know, kind of a natural look as well. Not as neat and tidy. So, you know, different options for sure with this figure. A little bit clean, so again, for you customizers, you can kind of scuff them up a little bit, put some weathering on the boots and the uniform. You know, make him look like he's really been through some battles. But straight out of the box, I think he looks quite cool. Again, a good look at the face there and the likeness to Tom Hanks. Again, I think it looks pretty cool. Got some of the details there with the speckles and this on the skin tone, which are lacking with the hands, which are just, again, really plasticky looking and plain. So with an easy swap with something like hands from a Hot Toys figure, this can look a lot better. So that's more or less it. Don't want the video to run too long. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Share the video, like the video, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Take care, stay safe out there, and as always, keep on collecting. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.